Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Something very interesting. This video is for Wednesday. Okay, again, this video is for Wednesday, even though you're seeing it Thursday. Something very interesting happened today, Wednesday. If you go about it roughly about a week ago, you were seeing news posted on the Dow saying that the Dow was pending slowly rising due to rate cuts. Okay, and rate cuts improve the economy. They lower interest rates, causing people to get loans and get money and spend more money and all that. They basically it drives the economy. Okay, so that's what you saw roughly within the last week is potential pending rate cuts triggering slight increases in the Dow. Well, so today, Wednesday, they do a rate cut and the Dow plunges. Guys, that's a huge red flag. That should have really caught your attention. Okay, let's go a whole different direction with this. Something may have happened. There's indicators out there showing that Iran may have changed the rate of their currency, okay, and removed 4 zeros off the rate. It was 0.00024. 0.4024. Iran may have removed 4 zeros off the rate, guys, and brought the rate of their currency up to 24 cents today on Wednesday. Okay, if Iran did indeed raise the value to 24 cents, guys, that means the dominoes have started to fall on all the global currency reset, guys. So we need to see how this plays out right now. Currency value rate sites like xe.com and those kind of things are not reflecting this at this time. I do have a news article for you on it, so you guys can see the news article and check it out, guys. But I just wanted to make you aware of this. It shows everything's moving in the right direction. And if Iran did indeed come out at 24 cents, then all the other countries are just going to want to suppress that and come out, significantly higher. Okay, so guys, we're looking amazing right now. But again, I'm not gonna speculate too deep on this because I don't want to mislead you. And there's just not enough information out on it right now. We just want to let it play out and let it happen so we can see the facts come into alignment with this and get more of an accurate reading on exactly what's happening. You guys have a great day. Take care.
Broke Iran follows Venezuela. Will remove 4 zeros from currency. Francis Martel, July 31, 2019. Atta Kenner, AFP, Getty Images 506. Iran's central bank announced Wednesday that the nation would rename the national currency, the rial, as the toman and delete 4 zeros from its value. The move follows months of intense American sanctions on Iran's oil industry and mimics a similar move to bolster the bolivar currency in Venezuela. The Council of Ministers, at a meeting presided by President Hassan Rouhani this morning, approved the central bank's proposed bill to change the national currency from the rial to the toman and delete 4 zeros. The Iranian Islamic regime said in a media statement, according to the government news outlet Press TV. As the re-evaluation of the currency must pass through the dictatorship's rubber-stamp legislature, it will not be confirmed until a final vote in the Iranian parliament. Press TV admitted the plan to remove the zeros, an attempt to strengthen the currency's value, found traction after the national currency lost more than 60% of its value in 2018, after the United States withdrew from the international nuclear deal with Tehran. The outlet blamed Washington for sending the rial into a tailspin and prices of basic goods in the country through the roof. The administration of President Donald Trump walked out of the nuclear deal, formerly the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, after collecting significant evidence that Iran was violating the provisions of the deal and using its windfall from sanctions relief to fund Hezbollah, support Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad, and spread the influence of Shiite terrorist organizations throughout the Middle East and Latin America. While the Central Bank of Iran blamed Trump for having to change the value of the rial, changing the currency's name was reportedly a matter of convenience. The reversal to the toman, in use until the 1930s, does away with the dual denomination which many visitors of Iran find confusing. While the rial is the official name, Iranians still make their calculations in toman, Press TV noted. One toman will still be worth 100 rials, potentially suggesting that the name change is also a way of making the true collapse of the rial's value less obvious. Abdolnazar Hamidi, the governor of the Central Bank of Iran, claimed in remarks to Iran's Mehr news agency that economic instability in the country's foreign exchange market was an illusion created by Iran's enemies. Mehr claimed that the Iranian economy had already begun to improve even though nothing is felt at supermarkets, chain stores, bazaars, etc., citing a domestic expert. Mayer claimed that the U.S. sanctions currently starving the Iranian elite can be an opportunity for Iran to reduce its reliance on oil revenues and move towards an indigenous economy. Iran's oil exports have reportedly fallen by 77% currently, compared to the same time frame last year. Its gross domestic product, GDP, fell 4.9% over the fiscal year ending March 21, significantly more than the World Bank's prediction of a 1.9% drop. The U.S.-funded Radio Farda reported last week that point-to-point inflation in Iran hit a record high that week at 48%, increasing at a slightly slower rate than it had in recent months but nonetheless significantly impacting the average Iranian's ability to buy basic food and household goods. According to estimates made by the Iranian Statistical Center, a quarter of the income of an Iranian family is spent on foodstuff and beverages, Radio Farda noted. The increase in the price of food has been higher, nearly twofold, compared with other goods and services. In cutting zeros from the value of its national currency, Iran has adopted the policies of close ally Venezuela. Dictator Nicolás Maduro announced in March 2018 that, in response to the collapse of Venezuela's economy after 2 decades of socialism, his government would cut 3 zeros from the value of the bolivar. I have decided to remove 3 zeros from our currency and take all current currency out of circulation and instead implement a new currency with 3 fewer zeros, Maduro announced. Maduro ultimately removed 5 zeros, not 3, and introduced the confusing sovereign bolivar, which triggered chaos at Venezuelan banks, as Maduro had also introduced the cryptocurrency, the petro recently to stabilize the economy. Last month, Venezuela printed a 50,000 bolivar note to help citizens buy products, as their value has become too high to carry the necessary amount of money for purchases in a wallet. It is not clear at press time if the bolivar currently in circulation is the original or the sovereign variety. Iran's economy appears to be going the way of Venezuela's after months of sanctions, which Tehran simultaneously claims have not harmed the glorious Islamic Revolution while laying blame on them exclusively for the country's economic woes. The sanctions, American officials have revealed, have damaged Iran's ability to fund Shiite terrorist activities in the region that it invested heavily in following the signing of the JCPOA. Today, by nearly every metric, the regime and its proxies are weaker than when our pressure began. Our pressure campaign is working. It is making Iran's violent and expansionist foreign policy cost prohibitive, Brian Hook, the State Department's special representative for Iran, told Congress last month. In March, Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, went on TV and made a public appeal for donations, Hook noted. Hezbollah has placed piggy banks in grocery stores and in retail outlets seeking the spare change of people,